Tell me, based on your experience, what some of the initial questions have to be on the part of these parents of these students.
Well, there are a lot of factors. Typically, the school shooters train literally on video games to do this. Dawson College last year, Montreal, the shooter, the killer, trained on a game called Super Columbine Massacre. Also Postal 2, both of which are murder simulation games in which the school shooters can rehearse and plan for and make themselves more efficient in these kind of murderous rampages. Jeffrey Weiss of Red Lake, Minnesota, a year and a half ago. He trained on Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I spoke with the FBI agent in charge there, and he said he could tell by the surveillance videos that he had basically done this before. He could tell his heart rate was below 60 beats per minute. He trained on a mass murder game, as I said, Grand Theft Auto. I represented the parents in Paducah, Kentucky. Michael Carneal, aged 14, trained on the game Doom. We went on NBC a week before Columbine. Matt Lauer asked me, what do you fear based upon what you learned in Paducah? And I said, we fear that there are going to be more of these by kids trained on the same game. Klebold and Harris trained on the game Doom to kill 12. Erfurt, Germany, until now, the worst school shooting in world history. Robert Steinhauser, 3 years ago, trained on the game Counter-Strike Half-Life. They found 52 shooter games in his apartment. He killed himself as well. His favorite game was that game, and he dressed up in the commando garb of the hero in the game. So what the authorities are going to have to do, besides seizing this assailant's computer, is also look for the entertainment materials, which the FBI and the Secret Service up to and through Columbine found to be the one common denominator, and that is these perpetrators' rehearsal on these mass murder games that allows them to be more efficient.
The question of training and efficiency is something quite different than these shooters having something very wrong with them. I mean, it's one thing to experiment with a video game and something else to actually do it.
Well, David, there are two sides of the coin. One is the appetite to kill and the rage that the games feed and make appear normal. The other is the reason why the military uses video games, and that is to teach scenarios and killing methodologies to our soldiers, as well as to break down the inhibition to kill of soldiers. So there are two sides of that coin. And what's very troubling is that, of course, in this country for 300 years, you had kids going to school with guns to shoot their dinner for their families, and they weren't turning their guns on one another. So what we have is a nation, literally, of potential Manchurian candidate children in schools, having spent hundreds of hours each year on mass murder machines that teach them that it's glamorous, it's fun to kill human beings, and also how to kill them. You saw a methodology here of chaining the doors. Then going calmly, apparently this is according to eyewitnesses, there was a flat effect on his face, just as if you were playing a video game. And coolly, calmly killing people very efficiently. If you and I were to enter into that situation for the first time, our heart rate would be over 100. We probably couldn't get the magazines into the guns. But when you rehearse these things ahead of time, you're more able to do it.
All right, Jack Thompson, an attorney who specializes terribly in these crimes.
Hey, David, can I tell you one more thing?
Yeah, real quick. I got to take a break.
Sure. Ironically, I was on this campus years ago talking in a debate about the danger of these games, and now it's come to that school.
All right, sadly. Jack Thompson, thanks very much for your expertise and your insight this morning. We're going to take another break here. We're going to come back. We'll have your phone calls, also the latest briefings, the first one coming up in about 30 minutes' time. You're watching MSNBC, The Massacre at Virginia Tech. Don't go away.